The rise of racist blacks in 2024. Insane titles, by the way, bro. You better be spitting right now.
Blacks can't be racist is the dumbest thing I've heard since the flat earth theories, or even
Okay.
veganism. Wait, we rock with the animals over here. Shout out vegans.
Eat your vegetables!
Okay.
But I mean, if black people can't be racist, then explain this. Or this.
Yo! Black people got some sort of like superpower where it's like you could offend a race and people would be like, hey man, he's black, so you know it's cool. But if an Asian person was to be racist to a black person, it's like, hey dog, what are you doing? That's there is a little slight double standard, I will say.
Or this. Wait, no, that's not racist. The man Kevin Hart literally walked up to this Asian and said, Bao Ching Ye.
No, that's crazy. And you
you
would think sponsorships would be like, hey yo, dude, we can't be having that shit. But I don't know, it wasn't even a big deal.
time anywhere. But you know damn well if an Asian person was coming out here talking about some yo
Nick,
eating chicken and
oh
drinking,
no,
the black community would be swiftly
fry
on
his
that
ass
in absolutely no time.
Literally.
And that goes to show low-key black people have a racism past. I mean, growing up half Japanese,
yeah,
the most in-my-face racism I ever experienced came from the black community. I was getting
literally
all types of forbidden jutsus, from this move to the Sun Wukong, Kung Fu, Ching Chong, Jackie Chan, Rush Hour 4 type of humor. People would
okay, I didn't know there was that much. I'm not gonna lie, that's too creative with racism. Usually with black people stick with the usual, you know, watermelon chicken, but damn,
literally come up to me making Tekken-ass noises, sounding like a Street Fighter character. Thinking
yo!
And while I can always appreciate a good roast session, trust me, I'm not that soft. That don't mean it's not racist. But the weird thing about it is that there is a small subsection in the black community that truly believes that black people cannot be racist at all.
No, that is true, which is crazy. The argument that I do understand is when they say, oh, there needs to be a power dynamic when it comes to racism and blacks, since black people are all the way at the bottom, that doesn't make sense. Dude, at the end of the day, if you're making fun of someone else, you're at the very least being prejudiced.
Oh, so today we're going to be finding out for ourselves. First, we're going to see if we can be racist towards other minorities, and then we're going to see if black people can be racist towards white people. And then by the end of the video, we're going to finally be able to answer the question, can black people truly be racist? Now let's get started. Other minorities. Now on average, throughout my experience, I feel like black people really like Asians or Asian culture. I mean, the fact that we have movies like the Rush Hour series really shows the solidarity between black and Asian people.
True.
But on the other hand, in the black
didn't Jackie Chan say the N-word in that movie?
Community, there is a section that spreads a lot of Asian hate. A couple years ago, we had the Stop Asian Hate movement in the Asian community, and a lot of those violent attacks didn't just come from white people. It was, at least from what I've seen, coming from African Americans.
That's true.
And it's weird because as soon as you call up
yo, during COVID, I swear to God, yo, black people were putting up in Michael Jordan stats when it came to racism. Every news headline that I see of an Asian dude getting robbed or whatever came from a black person.
Any anti-Asianness within the black community, it kind of gets brushed off. Asians being seen as the little bro of all races is somewhat normalized. South Asians catch it the worst.
What race would you not date?
Yeah, Indians.
Yo.
Indians.
I just want to date them.
The amount of Indians.
And it's crazy because it's like y'all are giving people to be racist to black people. When you say dumb shit like that, bro, the race war between Indians and blacks is damn near, it's never gonna end. It's probably gonna start World War III.
Jokes, the 7-Eleven curry smell type of jokes
Insane.
is actually insane. And while I can admit that certain stereotypical humor can be funny at times, the same regurgitated nonsense is just not. Obviously,
and there's a difference between humor and just pure racism. Like if you were to tell a black person, haha, watermelon chicken eater, like that's just pure racism. You're not even trying to make a joke.
it's not just the black community who does this, you know, white people do it too. But the moment you call it out in the black community, it's a problem and you're generalizing everybody. But obviously I know that everybody doesn't do it. And I feel like when people change the conversation, it almost comes off as if black people can't do anything wrong. Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual, community, or institution against a person on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group. So if I was to make fun of a minority, for example, like a Mexican, not to catch this straight, no offense, I fuck with Mexicans, don't even do that. That would be racist of me, right?
Black people cannot be racist. Racism isn't.
I think that's just a dumb thing. For you to insinuate that racism just can't exist within any race is crazy. Because at the end of the day, well, let me just hear what she got to say. She kind of bad though, so whatever she say, I'm gonna agree with her.
An institution. It's not a feeling.
People don't know the difference between racism, discrimination, and prejudice, and it shows. Discrimination and or prejudice based on race is racism, dickhead. Try again. Damn. If we look at the definition, it is literally synonymous. I don't know what you're cooking. You're cooking.
No, there's another, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to defend it, but I'm just saying there's another definition of racism that entails that there's a power dynamic or institution. So because we're apparently below everyone else, we can't be racist to someone that's higher than you. I don't know. That's just what I be seeing.
cooking with something, but you're not cooking. The grill is burning, the house is on fire, and this shit is gonna look like Chernobyl back in like brief intermission. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you see my videos before and
are you giving us pop-up ads? Are you trying to increase your watch time? Allah, get to the goddamn video. Put the fries in the bag, nigga.
enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Back to the video.
Black people can't be racist. Yeah, they certainly can be. Unfortunately.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there. I love you, but black people cannot be racist. We can only be extremely prejudiced.
I don't understand, my guy. Like, that is literally synonymous with the definition. If you are racist towards somebody based on the color of the—
Hold on, wait, let's define prejudice real quick. Define prejudice. Preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. So if you know your prejudice is just false and you still continuing it, when does that not become racism at that point? Because you know that Asians are not X blah 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 blah.
The skin, that is prejudice, that is discriminatory.
A black person can be racist to a Hispanic person. A black person can be racist to Pacific Islander. I can still be prejudiced.
Common
That's
sense.
true.
Oh my god, we found common sense. Hooray! Yes, we did it. We did it. In conclusion, if you're black, you can be racist towards other minority groups.
Yes,
and
I
it does
agree.
need to be addressed. I think in order to truly stop this and stand in solidarity with—
And we gotta stop acting like, oh, just because in society, like, I don't know, in America, X group is doing better than X group because, like, there's other countries where there's other ethnicities that are poor as shit. So if I'm racist to them, I have more, I guess, quote unquote, social status than they do. So that's still racism.
other minority groups, you cannot be derogatory towards them. And if you want to think on a more like actually relevant scale, protests where you need other people's support in order to drive certain messages, the biggest goal is become allies with different communities rather than being discriminatory towards them and then say, oh, it's not racist. But now that we
like, y'all are literally doing like racist people's jobs, bro. Imagine other people out there like, oh, wait, so I don't even gotta be racist to them? You're telling me they're coming at each other? Like, bro, like the whole point is for us minorities to unite.
The minorities out the way, let's talk about if black people can be racist to white people. Also, I filmed this video in like 2 parts, so if you see me switch to a new location right now, this is the other part of it. Now get out of here. We all know the heinous racist act.
Look at him, bro. He's so rich, he's moving to new locations, bro.
Committed by white people throughout history, such as being the world famous inventors of things like plantations, segregation, modern day hoods, and things like the treadmill. If you didn't know, the treadmill was actually based on slavery. It was a shredding mill, and I believe that it was first invented by the British as like a prison punishment. Slave owners seen that and was like, let's make the black people do it. I mean, everyone has a special amount of hatred in their hearts.
I'm not gonna lie, people, slavery was just so awful. I feel like people belittled it, but slavery was actually insane, bro. What y'all mean y'all did all of that just because you didn't like people's skin color? That's still an insane concept to me.
For racists in general. But there's been a talking point that you cannot be racist to white people, or even that racism to white people doesn't count and it's acceptable. It just doesn't make sense that you could tell a black person that they look like charcoal and that's racist, but if you tell a white person they look like mayonnaise, then it's not the same thing. Some people say that there is no
like this. Okay, this one is a bit gray area. Let me know what y'all think. I'm not gonna give my opinion.
Historical background to calling white people mayonnaise monkeys, and that would be true. I mean, I don't know any white slurs. Do white slurs even exist? Names for the
yeah, you cannot tell me calling someone mayonnaise and calling another person charcoal is like the same. I'm sorry, I don't know. Like, maybe it's because of like the past issues of the words being used. Like, no one in history ever was called mayonnaise and they had to be fearful of that word. Like, yes, there's words like calling someone the hard R that has context to it.
Colored.
Snow possums, snow roaches, enemies of the sun.
Sugar cane snatchers, cornstarch crusaders, chalk demons, ice rats, skin cancer magnets.
How do you come up with that?
Gentrification gorillas, inverted Dude, you had way too much time on your hands.
Even
though they don't have historical background and it's not the exact same as calling somebody a real life racial slur, being discriminatory towards somebody based on the color of their skin is racism. Now, some people also say that
that's true.
People can't face racism because it's not systemic, meaning that like the systems in place were not meant to tear down white people, therefore they can't face racism.
Yo, what does this gameplay have to do with the video?
Now that is all the justifications that I've heard for racism against white people. So now we're gonna check out some of the opinions that other people have and see if we disagree or agree with their line of thinking.
I don't think it's possible to be racist towards white people.
Racism was invented by white people.
These white people are invited to the cookout. They're not the dangerous thugs. They're the ones that we want in our communities. I'm just kidding. I'm just using the same rhetoric.
When white people are going through hardship, they're not as sensitive to it as you would be to a black community. In general, like white people, the privilege behind that.
What? Nani? When white people go
I mean, okay, look. let's say you called a rich person broke, and then let's say you called a broke person broke. You feel me? It's not the same because one, like, you know that the person is broke, so it has like a more hurtful connotation, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, I apologize. Don't cancel me, bro.
Hardship, they're not as sensitive.
How would you define racism?
Racism is judging or seeing yourself differently from somebody else because of the color of your skin.
What you mean? Motherfucker, if I look at my skin and see I'm darker than you and you're lighter than me, I'm racist? What are you talking about, nigga?
Is it okay to be prejudiced towards white people? Sure. Is it okay to have...
I mean, hey, if he's the spokesperson for all white people, by all means, I don't really care. Let me get off all the white jokes I can then, if it's okay. In my opinion, I feel like prejudice against anybody is automatically gonna be wrong.
A lot of people these days say that reverse racism doesn't exist. What do you think about that?
Reverse racism is not fucking real. There's no such thing as reverse cowgirling racism and putting it in doggy style and hitting
They giving sex positions for racism. That's insane.
it from the back. There's only one racism.
Reverse.
White people would
Oh wait, what about the back shots racism? You forgot that one a lot. It's when you become racist from the back. You know, you're backbiting someone by being racist.
be racism. Racism against black people would be racism. Racism against Asians would be racism. In conclusion, we discussed different minorities and even white people in order to answer the question, can black people truly be racist towards minorities or white people? And the answer is hell yeah. I don't know what you expected to hear from me other than the most common sense there is. Now, I truly believe the people who genuinely believe that black people can't be racist are just looking for an excuse or a way to be discriminatory.
Yeah, no, regardless of what you believe, even if you believe black people can't be racist, does that give you a free card to start discriminating against other people? Like, it's like, like, okay, because the latter is, okay. So if you believe black people can be racist, then you're not going to be racist, right? But if you don't believe black people can be racist, what does that mean? That you can start calling Asian people XYZ, Mexican people XYZ, and people going to think you straight? No, at the end of the day, you're still a horrible dude.
Or prejudice towards a person without being labeled as a racist. These people know deep down that regardless of what they say, the excuses that they're using is literally just a wall to hide behind the fact that they want to be offensive without trying to face the consequences. Black people can be racist. Like, I don't know why I really need to say that. I don't even know why this is a video in the first place. But that is gonna do it for today's video. Let me know down below in the comments. Do you think black people can be racist? Do you believe that racism is purely systemic? I'm willing to hear what you guys think. I definitely do understand what they mean in terms of the systemic racism issue, but I genuinely feel like that is not the only form of racism that there is. And I simply don't think it's productive to be hateful towards a group of people based on literally regardless. Make sure you like the video, subscribe.
My only question is, where do you draw the line between racism and just being offensive? Does it racism also entail the fact that you feel like you're better than another race, or am I tripping? Let me know what y'all think. Join us on this one, catch y'all, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Waxer for life. Love y'all and peace.